So isikwe ulikuwa umepanga nini. So I call her, hey nini. In fact I live 2 minutes away. I'm like, oh cool, come through. She came through. She was angry, expressed herself. She was not invited to the show. She came through to the show because she was watching what was happening. What I stand for as a journalist, I always believe there are 3 sides of every story. There's your angle, then there's the truth. Okay? But if you speak about her, it's only right that she responds to what you're saying. And if she responds, she better come. What's up, everybody? Ogadi Top is in the building. You're looking
good.
Asante sana.
Hii nani amekuvalisha hiyo Obinna?
Anaitwa Sharon.
Anaitwa Sharon.
She does an amazing job, yes.
Hi, what is the inspiration behind this?
Sikavagara me. Si unaona kidogo unacheki hii side? Alafu nacheki. Sasa nimeoa hiyo
na veil sasa.
Si nimeoa hiyo unga. Si ni harusi tu. Mambo ni live.
Kabisa. Karibu sana.
Asante. Yeah. I like it, bro. He's the mentor. You are the mentor.
Good to see you, my brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, the bride is here. I am not the bride. I am the bride's best. I'm not the bride. I'm the bride's chair. I'm not the bride. I'm the bride's best friend.
I'm the bride.
Hey, my brother. Good to see you, man.
Asante, man. What's up?
You're leaving.
You're leaving?
Yes.
What do you mean you're leaving? It's not even part of the report.
See you can
Mutinho mongo.
Yakwati mongo. Nginyi pindo.
Haya, hapo kadogo.
Los kicho, ya wewe. But iko sawa, iko sawa.
Yeah. Ya ungangano na chapede. Chapati. Sasa hii chapati inataka kufika mpaka huko Kisumu. Hii chapati inataka kufika mpaka huko Nakuru, Eldoret, Kericho, Busia, Western yote, Nyanza yote. Tumekam kuirepresent mpaka wale watu wa coast. So today there's a brand new machine. Sasa hii wachana ile machine inapika 1 million. Sasa hii ni machine specially na tumekuja kuilaunch siku ya leo, courtesy of Kavagara. And of course you know the best unga in town. Ni Raha Premium. We are talking about premium products, so definitely you'll see premium brands associated with it.
What makes it premium?
This thing, the quality. Even when you cook with Kavagara, man, you can see the quality of the ugali. You can feel the quality of the unga. Unajua kuna unga zingine ukiziguza zenyewe una feel hata texture. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. The texture naka kama rega. But now this one kidogo unapata iko A1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vile unaongea, vile umepiga luku Obinna, ni kama umepewa pesa mzuri sana. But the question is,
mimi nimekuja hapa tu kama mtumishi.
Mtumishi Ben ameingia.
Nimemwona. You are saying something.
And I was asking, given a chance to be paid by exposure, bila pesa utachukua sababu exposure pia muhimu?
Yes, but I've taken it a couple of times. That's where you start. You start with exposure, then unaingia kwa kula ka lunch, nakupatia ka food. Then unaingia kwa nakupea fare. Then unaingia kwa haya hatuna budget lakini tunaweza kupatia ka stipend, ka per diem kanini. It's normally, and even right now there are some opportunities that when you get, you take the exposure because it's well deserved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now as we see on the internet, Gen Zs are looking like they have a voice right now.
They are not
TikTok,
looking like they have.
Do you think the traditional influencers still have as much influence as TikTokers ama tuwape hiyo award?
No. There's different levels to this.
Okay.
So there's an audience or there's a community that is for social media. So everybody who's on social media has an influence on that front. Then also we have an audience that is on the terrestrial media. Kuna msee yasiposikia radio, yasiposikia radio achasema. Then now we have the people bwana siku zoma kwa newspaper bwana. Baba wachango. Then now pia tuko na watu wa TV. So everybody has influence in their own space. So usiafikiri ati huyu amekuja overshadow huyu, kila msee ako nayo. And Gen Zs actually they have a major voice right now. They're influencing a lot of trends and they're making some of the millennials and some of our parents start thinking differently. They're starting kumbe we can challenge the status quo. Kumbe we can question this. You know, our parents never used to question anything. Walikuwa wanaambiwa left, wanaambiwa right. So Gen Zs have come to now change that one.
Do you think we have both good impact and negative when it comes to social media?
Yes, definitely.
What's that?
The ones I can think top of mind, the good impacts is social media has made the world a very small global village. Something can happen here today and everybody will see it in India, in China, Pakistan, in the States, just like that. However, also the bad news also goes the same way. It's a double-edged sword. So sometimes something might happen small, but social media can blow it out of proportion because of the kelele.
Talking about blowing out of proportion na kelele, given a chance. As someone tunaona interviews zako kila siku zina trend. Given a chance to do away with the clout chaser of 2025, who would you do away with?
There's nobody, because that's what's needed. Clout chasing is a good thing. Yeah, just Google the meaning of clout. Once you understand the meaning of clout, then you'll understand.
What if you were to do away with one?
Nobody.
Clout simba.
Nani? Sasa kuna mwenye amenishinda kwa kuchase clout? Hakuna. Sasa I will do away with me. Hell no. This is what I mean. In the business that we do, in the entertainment business, we entertain. You bring showbiz. You bring the show, then you get the business. So what we do all the time is showbiz. This one over here is showbiz. The people are going to talk about this and say, hey, this guy is gay. Oh, this guy. But that's what I want. I'm like, yeah. Now you're talking. Exactly. Provided you're dancing to the music and I'm the one playing the instrument, that's okay with me. So people always misunderstand the cloud thing. You're cloud chaser. Bro, it's not a bad thing. It is a good thing. And if that's your business, then chase it. If it's not your business, you sit down and watch the others chase it and achieve it. Yes.
You see, when you're such an advocate for the boy child.
Yes.
Now, have you been able to call out your fellow men, especially when they do something wrong? And why do you think men fear to call each other out?
Because of the consequences. Normally when you call other people out, you're branded a bad person. I've been branded that many times. And I say it many times. Me always, I see something, I'll go like, hey, Nani, I saw this and this is bad. Work on it. The people I know personally, I'll reach out personally. If I can't reach you personally, I'll do it on my WhatsApp everybody or get it up in the car. You know, some people I'll do it for it in the interviews. Because normally when it starts with talking, that's when solutions are found. You know, sometimes people don't talk and someone does not even know the other person is hurting. Especially men. If you are in a workplace, you're in a relationship, your family, mwanaume amenyamaza tu. Sasa hata mrembo hizi jua anamkoseanga. Anasema na nini ona mngombanisha hivyo na amezoea amenyamaza. That's why mimi naambia ongea. Then personally mimi wasinyamazi. Nimenyamaza mara nyingi sana nikikona zingine. So siku hizi kama kiatu inanifinya, hey.
Unatoa.
Hii inanifinya, mimi nimefika stage yangu, mimi nashukia hapa. And I will urge many men to also take that route. They're starting to come out of the woodworks pole because nowadays the stigma kidogo imepungua kidogo, but bado iko. Mwanaume akitoka nje aseme anaumia either kwa relationship ama watu walikuwa wanaanza kumchekelea, kumchongoa, kumfanyia nini, but siku hizi kidogo watu wanaanza kusema bayaki boy child, hakuna mtu anamsaidia. Then tushafika kwa hapo, kuna mtu anamsaidia. Then sasa si wewe ndio kwa kwanza. Then we are doing it. You see, like last year I did the first ever men's mental health awareness walk. This year again, June 28th, we are doing it again. Same place, United Kenya Club, hapo town, free entry. Wanaume kuje tuongeleshane, and even Burale is a speaker for this one on 28th of June. So more men are coming out and more men are supporting each other.
Yeah.
We're learning from you guys. Unajua nyinyi mnaongeleshana. Na nini nimefanyika? Come let's talk wanaume. Wanaume ni kukaa ngumu, wanaume alimu, wanaume agomba. Kama most men wako hapa, kuna yule hajakula breakfast, hana lunch na hana plan ya supper. Lakini waambia ni aje buda fiti. Huko aje niko poa. Kuna mwingine jana amefukuzwa kwa nyumba yake na demu yake. Kuna mwingine jana amechomewa nguo zake. Ni aje buda huko niko fiti because I'm saying akisema tena amekuwa overpowered on the other side and appear as if ni weakling. And most men don't want to appear like that, so they hide. Most men by there are walking around with a lot of masks. All these smiles you see, 99% of them are fake smiles from the men. Yes.
All right, Obinna, I'm told you need to leave. There is something that needs to be done. Tumemaliza. Kuna swali hapa.
Two short one, Obinna. We've talked of maybe 7th of June. You'll be having your mistakes.
Yes.
And which field will you be basing on? Like maybe it's a marriage, parenting. Which one? Exactly?
No. I'm not basing on any. I'll be bouncing all over the place. That's my special comedy happening on 7th of June. I'm gonna be talking about mistakes during my childhood, during my relationships, my career, like through the whole journey. So I'm gonna be bouncing through a couple of places.
So are you sending invitation to your fellow artists ama wanajileta wanunue tickets?
Nunua ticket. If you're my fan, get a ticket, come through. I'm not giving any free tickets. If you're my fan, come through. Yes.
All right, there you have it from Obinna. Asante sana.
All right.
We've seen a lot has been happening in our country. The other day in Migori, we saw the shoe saga, and I've already talked about. And a lot came up. Maravia Twaikua, the person was trying to record his friends. Somebody trying to reach the show. I don't know if you saw it. Can you comment?
Yeah, I saw it, and this is what I would say. For every story, perspective matters. So the minute we saw it first, even myself, I did a video, I was like, yo, hey? Because the angle we got was just a shoe just coming and landing. But now when you see the other angle, kuna msee nye alikuwa amebeba, then mtaka ipiga volleyball. Taka ispank, bam, ikenda hiyo direction ya president. So there are some friends who are normally a bit naughty, so that's why you also need to find the people around you, because some mwenye kiatu walikuwa wanapatikana, before wajue ilikuwa ni games. Walikuwa mchezesha ma games. Kwa mefinya maho. Yeah, so the people around you, you really need to consider the people around you. Some friends are not good friends. Then also, this one also I've learned in very many ways. There are some places that some jokes are unnecessary. Unaona kama walikuwa ametoa kiatu atamfanya na record nayo, that was a necessary joke and it's gonna cost him a bit of niniza hapa na pale. But if you look at the video, it wasn't like an intentional throw. Si kama ile George Bush. So jamaa pia nilikuwa tu fun. Actually msemaji alislap hiyo kiatu ninafuata after. Sasa mwenye alikuwa amebeba juu. But sasa unajua pia wanasemanga it takes two to tango. Lazima kiatu ilinuka juu na moja aka. So acha tuone venye kutaenda. But I don't think it was something serious from what I saw.
So you say that the mwenye alirusha ndio should be held accountable, because we've had that about 3 people were arrested.
So unajua sasa kuna either huyu mwenye alikuwa amebeba na mwenye alipiga. Sijui nani akina nani amekuwa arrested, but they should just be spoken to. It was an accidental thing. If the president really likes the young people, acha iende. Kuna vitu zingine unaacha tu inaenda. It wasn't intentional. Then also when they are remorseful, and they are apologetic, why not?
And we also saw comedians came out and they did that like a video, a clip of the show.
No, hiyo iko sawa. We have fun with everything. You know, comedians and entertainers ni kioo cha jamii. We mirror the society. Our jokes don't come from heaven. They come from mademo wanatembeanga hivi, maboy wanafanyanga hivi, nani anafanyanga hivi. We mirror the society. So it's easy. Let them secure the bag, let them have fun with it. The country is going through a lot of situations. So wacha watu wacheke. Let people have a good time. Watu wafurahie kidogo hapa na pale, wa joke kidogo. It's nothing serious. Musi overthink.
Now talking about the country, Peter Salasia MP, Mumias is a very good friend of yours, according to what we see online. He has announced online, not officially, that he's vying for presidential, a presidential candidate come 2027. Mixed reactions pale kwa comment section yake. Kuna wale wanamwambia wewe kwanza tafuta bibi, kuna wale wanamwambia umeenda haraka sana. Sijui wewe kama rafiki yake ambao umejaribu kumsaidia kupata bibi, unaweza usemaje?
Nakuja. Wacha
nimsalimie. Kuja.
So what happens is this, the reason why people are doubting Salasia is because it's different from the whole squad. And different is what is needed. People are used to some old guy who's been in politics for a while, ama ni professor, and anakuja anasema running for president. People expect some sort of decorum. Salasia kidogo is kind of unorthodox, his methodology. Namwona kidogo weekend ako sherehe, anafanya maendeleo. He's a young guy. And Salasia is normally a mirror of myself because ni msea pretend. Kama nataka kupiga sherehe ataipiga, kama anapiga kazi anapiga, akikasirika ameisema nini. Most people are used to the politicians who pretend in front of people. Hey, wa mama hoye, nini. But chini ya maji, mama ndo tandika usiku, nini. So we have those ones. And those people are used to pretenders, that's what they want. And Salasia is not. So they are shocked. The part for wife is null and void. Listen, a wife, having a wife or not having a wife does not change who you are. But if you get a good one, she can make you a better person. But if you're already a good person, tayari unatenda kazi. Unaona venye Mumias amefanya job bila wife. Nini underestimate that one nini na tafuta bibi. No, akitaka bibi atapata. We did a show with him called My Woman. Tulikuwa namtafutia wife nini, tukajibamba tukafika mahali tukakosana katikati. Tena tukarudiana tena because nimekwambia yake kasika anasema. Tena nini hivyo. However, having a wife or not having a wife is the same way. Having a husband or not having a husband does not change who you are. We have some great leaders in the society who don't have husbands, and some don't have wives. It doesn't matter. We kama unaweza piga kazi. Sometimes a wife is a liability, and sometimes a husband is a liability. Unapata mtu anakuambia, you want to run for what? Mama achana nayo. Then unaanza kujidoubt. In a way you had self-realization, you're like, this is what I want to do. You are self-driven. Then kimuta kuja anze kukufanya uanze kujiquestion. Kasa hii Salasa ikipata kidem kipowerful, atampeleka mbio. Ambia no babe, wacha kufanya hizi video zako za lonely at the top nini. Then you'll see a different person.
Yeah.
Then atakusema babe umechange. No, wacheni Salasia run. It's a good thing, a lot of young people are there. Salasia inge by there, anaweza challenge the status quo. Wewe ngoja ucheki. Inaweza fika hivi watu waseme, you remember when Wajakoya came? Kuna watu walimuignore. Then later wakasema, this Wajakoya guy is serious. Then now wakaanza kusema, ni mtu wa bangi, ni mtu wa nini. Even for Salasia is coming, mtaona wataanza people always look for something they consider a mistake. Then now they push it. So Salasia tafika aseme, ana bibi, he's a hothead, he's a mlevi, he's whatever. But wewe kama realize na umeamua ni kitu nataka kufanya, nayo.
They say if you can't lead your home, you can't lead a country.
Who says so? Times have changed. Those were back in the day when men were listened to and not questioned. Back in the day, our fathers alikuwa akiingia kwa home akisema left. Right now we have a lot of men who are not even leading their homes, but they're good husbands because you negotiate, you discuss with your person. Niache babe, nataka tufanye kwambia bana babe, let's do this one. This one is better. Baba toto tufanye hivi. Sometimes some men that you see even leading their homes, they not. The women behind them are the ones that are leading the homes. So nini ya kitambo, msiaki hiyo sasa. It's time I'm change, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, openly showed your support for Babu, and maybe if Salasia is Mapali president, do you vote for him? Yes, and I will even campaign for him for free. Yeah, because personally I want the change. There are few people that I like their ideologies kwa kuchapa kazi. Hawa kisimama mimi nayonayo, mnaniona Mumias, mnaniona wapi nimekaa hapo campaign for free, but there's some other people that I don't like their ideologies, lakini I like their money.
Yeah. But the other day we saw Matiang'i coming to the country, akakaribishwa pale airport, and they said he's also eyeing the presidential whatever, but kuna watu pia wanasema wale watu wa kitambo wamekuja pamoja tena.
My point exactly. My point exactly. You've not seen them getting together. I saw them go to Munyoro. It was Matiang'i. I saw Matakarua. I saw the whole shebang. It is the same team. Wanna change two sides. Vai t-shirt, cheza ile side, wewe ka bench kidogo. Rudi timu yetu hivi, wanajifanya tu hivi. The same people. I wish them luck.
Kwa hivyo Morara utampigia kura?
No, pia akikuwa pale pia ndamkampainia. Unajua anasema kura ni siri yako.
Yes.
But mimi kifika pale, every young person who will be campaigning, if I can, I'll come and campaign for free. From Morara to Babu to Salasia to whoever, from the MCS to the MPs to the governors to the presidency, I'll campaign for all the young, because hata do ya kulipa shughuli. Wacha wafanyie shughuli nyingine, movement, logistics, mimi nitacome for free. Ikifika pale kwa debe, mimi nitaangalia ule msee niko like this person, because most of them I know them personally. Niko like huyu anakuwa nini poa, lakini naona hii ni cinema. Then huyu naye anakako legit nayo.
Umesema unapenda pesa ya watu wengine.
Yeah, everybody likes money.
Does it mean that at some point when they give you more money, you might go to their side and not support the youngins?
No. I'll support the youngins, but unajua I'm an MC. I'm an entertainer. That is how I pay the bills. That is what I do. And I said this thing last time when I was talking to a few other media guys. I told them, you see the way your dad is a driver, and your dad will be able to drive the president or any other person. Your dad is a doctor, your mom is a nurse, teacher, whoever, security guy, and they will just work okay. Even during campaigns, because during campaigns, those cars are driven by people. Yeah, their clothes, they buy from people. When they're sick, they're treated by people, they're fed by people. But those people, you're okay with them securing the bag when the campaign trail is there. But ukiona MC ameingia hapo kama Obinna, oh, Obinna, you are a traitor. But your dad is a driver. Yes, your dad is a doctor. Your dad is a security guy. Your dad is in the police. Your mom is in the military. And they're supporting these people. But entertainers, MC, dancer, comedian, musician, akiingia pale is where you draw the line. No. It's just a hustle, nothing personal. Me, I'm securing the bag for my kids. Msi akifika bea anambia Obinna ni aje, shika 50 mic ndio hii. Nakwambia sawa, unataka niseme aje ndani? Ndasema ndani. Lakini nikikaa kwa ground, nikikaa chini na youth man naambia mazee, unajua ni aje? Mimi nimecheki huko mbele kidogo, naona Morara hapa ama naona Salasi hapa, ndio tucheze. Lakini pale niko kama kazi. So ukiniona kwa campaign trail of all these moneyed people, wewe jua mimi niko kazi. Yes, lakini tukifika chini kwa ground, you know what I stand for. I stand for justice, I stand for following the constitution, I stand for equality. That is what will always be, and I stand for kindness. That is the bare minimum. So kama huyo mtu mwenye ako hapo mnaona naye, wewe kifika pale pia beba kili yako. Useme ni Obinna amefanya ukaenda ukavote pale, wewe beba kili yako, lakini wacha tu hustle, because hata wa cameraman watakuwa wanafanya kazi. Kweli? Alafu hata nyinyi mtaitwa muende pale msimame mpatiwe 100 ama 200. But that is okay. But provided tu Obinna ndio sasa amesema pale, now you judge me because I'm sinning loudly. You also a sinner, man. We are all equal. Unless sasa tuamue as a country tuseme, because we don't like the idea for ABCD, hatutenda rallies zao, tutanyamaza. Then I'm like, good, the country is kidogo speaking loudly, si wote atuendi huku, pia mimi siendi. Lakini mnakaa mkusikiza, mimi mtaniona juu ya road show pale, welo. Yep.
Tukimalizia, the past few weeks you've walked out from 2 interviews. Is it journalism skills that is a problem, or are they asking questions that you don't want to answer?
Journalism skills and ethics. Yes. You see, as a journalist, when someone says on the interview they don't want something, you find a way to deter from it. I've hosted people as well on my show. Hata juzi tu wakanambia, hey, your story kidogo. Okay, fine. Then I move into something else. And by the way, there's nobody who sits on my show that I normally ask them a question that they don't know. I always tell them, everybody, they can talk about it. I always say, is there any question you're not comfortable me asking you? Ni nini utaki niko? Anasema, uliza anything. Oh, mko sure? Na wakileta maswala, uliza anything. Sawa. So when I ask inakuanga alisema uliza anything. Wengine wananiambia usiniulize hii story. Watch my interviews. Kuna wale walikamingi wakakana kuna story sikuguzia. Wanaambia usiulize hii story. I stayed away from it. So as a journalist, it's your right, yes, but sometimes there's some things you don't do. Like the first one, I told the guy more than 3 times, let's not talk about this. Insisted, let's not talk. Come on, my G. I walk out. The second one, I was disrespected, but people saw it differently, but it is fine. But provided it's my boundary was crossed, I was like, mimi nashukia hapa, wacha nitoke. Because even if I reacted, would have been another issue again. Yeah, so you walk away, and then even if I sat through it, could be another issue again. Yeah, there's always a situation. Yeah.
Speaking about walking away, we saw yesterday, there's a couple that walked away from the interview.
Yeah.
But it did start so well. You invited them for an interview. Then the third party came that they didn't sit well with them. Okay.
So what happened yesterday was I invited Culture. Actually, I had not invited Sabrina. I invited Culture. There's a time I wanted to host Sabrina, Benta, and Captain Samin. And they told me they would come. Then sijui nani akakuwa mgonjwa. I think it was Hannah or Sabrina. Wakaniambia nani mgonjwa, we can't come. Then baadaye when they broke up, I reached out to one of them, ikapatena hawezi kuja. So I reached out to Culture. Because remember there's a time akina Prince Chala came, they came with them. So like, hey, Culture ni aje, niko Mombasa, but I'll come. So when Culture was coming, then Sabrina said, I'm coming with Culture. I was like, okay, cool. The more the merrier. They came, we're having a very good conversation until we started speaking about the allegations for the UTI, STI, the whole shebang. So we're having this conversation, and then Benta calls me like 3 times. We went on an ad break. So when it came back, I was like, let me just call her on air. So it's square, lukume panga. So I call her, hey, Nini. In fact, I live 2 minutes away. I'm like, oh, cool. Come through. She came through. She was angry, expressed herself. She was not invited to the show. She came through to the show because she was watching what was happening. What I stand for as a journalist, I always believe there are 3 sides of every story. There's your angle, then there's the truth. Okay? But if you speak about her, it's only right that she responds to what you're saying. And if she responds, she better come with receipts, and you better come with receipts. So that's what happened yesterday. And Hannah came with receipts that people are saying, oh, it's a bit late. And Sabrina did not have the receipts, but she was telling, hey, Ebu, bring the receipts for Kissy. And Hannah did not have the receipts for Kissy or Assis. So it became a whole situation. And then, you know, there are 2 ladies who shared a man. They have a history, they have their situation. The kidogo got out of hand. I tried to contain them. And of course, Nani felt disrespected, Culture. And at some point, Culture was like, hey, Obinna, we gotta leave. I was like, it's cool, I understand. And then when they left, I cooled down Hannah. We did the whole conversation. Samir spoke. But now, you know, also Samir was on the side for Hannah because they're currently a thing. So, of course, Culture was telling Sabrina because they're a thing. So it was a whole situation that wasn't that friendly, but it was supposed to happen, because most of the time unapata huyu akienda live TikTok anasema huyu amefanya hivi, huyu akienda live TikTok anasema huyu amefanya hivi. So it was about to happen, it was bound to happen, and it did. And the minute we finished the show, I called Sabrina and Culture. They didn't pick, but I managed to talk to Culture. Texted him, I apologized. I was like, hey, my G, I'm so sorry. This was not the intention. That was not even planned. My apologies. Was like, yeah. He also apologized for walking out, and I was like, I totally understand it, because the situation was getting a bit volatile. I was like, hey, this one kidogo is a bit tricky. Because first me, I thought it's a joke. When Nani came through, I was like, but you guys have been buddies. Yeah, but I reached out, and I also texted Sabrina the same. I was like, hey, I apologize, my bad. And I also texted Hannah Benta the same. And Anna told me, now I need an interview of my own. She texted me today, I need an interview of my own. But I don't see the need of it, because we already covered the whole shebang. We already spoke about the whole thing, the UTI, Nini Yiri Yara, the whole thing. It doesn't make sense to go back and repeat it again without now Sabrina. Because now if she comes and sits down with me for an hour or 2, she'll be talking about the whole situation. Oh, yeah. So I'd rather, if we are sitting down again, we see the 3 of us. Him, the other guy, and the other guy, and then we come up with receipts. Because also normally for everybody who speaks online, just know that allegations are very serious. If you're making allegations that are not warranted and you don't have evidence, hey, that is suable. Yeah, so sometimes people just decide not to, but be very careful with the allegations you make. Before you make them have evidence, I'm gonna use the word allegedly. Yes, but if you come and say, Obinna mimi nimejua nini. So naambia kuja sasa explain ulijua aje. Then sasa huwezi ku explain. Yeah, but whatever happened last night was a good thing, because finally they put out what was ailing both of them, and we all knew that what was happening, it was not an STI, it was a UTI. UTIs are normal things for ladies. For every person out there, if you don't know, urinary tract infections are very normal things. Ladies pick them everywhere. They can go to a general washroom, a new public one, amepika UTI. Ka uchafu kidogo, nini, whatever. It's not a serious thing at all. You dames, she was being promiscuous, the way people are carrying it, it happens. And it can also be transmitted amongst each other if other people are engaging in a few things here and there. So that was it. It was no cause for alarm. The watu wanakasema huyu sijui ako na nini. So usa. Breathe. Stop stigmatizing it, and then also let's stop bashing them. Let's stop beating Sabrina. Let's stop beating Hannah. The person who needs to take charge is Samir, Captain Samir. He needs to take charge, man. Put your house in order. There were your women. Nimesikia kuna wengine tena. Just call Hannah, mwambie ni aje babe, tulia. Call Sabrina, mwambie ni aje ex wangu, I'm sorry, tulia tulenge hii story. It's easy because they are young ladies, and the way it's happening like that, you know, it gets into trauma. It comes back to the mental health thing. You might think it's easy, but when people start making allegations about you, about things that are not there, it affects you mentally. And not everybody is as strong as the next person you see in the media. Kuna mtu ananyamaza hivi lakini akienda kando, they break down. So easy, guys, chill out. There's so much that happens behind closed doors. That one happened, Isha Peter, let's be easy on them. Yeah.
And of course, the word curse when it was mentioned, maybe just an advice to the young couple, some of the people engaging in sex, in unprotected sex.
Yeah. Unprotected sex has consequences. The most safest one ni kupata mtoto. Okay? The most safest one. Akikwambia kuna mtoto, hapo kidogo umeponea. Lakini now no, you are stuck with a situation for life. Huyo mtoto ako na wewe forever. So before you make that reckless decision, make sure you are ready. The unsafe ones are limitless. You can get a lot of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and the rest. Herpes, the whole shebang. So be careful with what you're doing. Mwache kupimana ukimwi na macho. And then normally, if you look at people who have come out and spoken, I've hosted a few of them on my channel, and they'll come and say, I'm HIV positive, I'm living positively with HIV and AIDS. When you look at them, they look like you and I. So mwache kupimana ukimwi na macho. Let's stop being reckless if you want to live for the future. Be careful. Usifreak bila socks. That was, you know, it's in your, you're not a Gen Z. Yeah. For Gen Zs don't know, but for the millennials, usifreak bila socks. For my Gen Zs, usianguke nayo bila nyonginyo. Ukiamua kugodha, make sure that mwejiprotect, because huyo dem mwenye unafikira dem yako, imagine akona chali yake, na unajua chali yake akona dem yake, na huyo dem yake akona sponyo, na huyo sponyo akona mtu wake. The chain goes and on and on and on. Like I've said a couple of times personally, niligongewa. I didn't expect it because the person was very, you know, ile pia wewe, wow. You see, for example, if you date an Obinna, someone will be like, Obinna na naka kugongeana da. But there's some people that if you look at them, you're like, huyu kidogo akai. Then upate sasa huyo ndio sasa because I thought huyu ndo alikuwa mbaya, kumbe ni huyu. So mdanie si ndiye. So be very careful. Huyo baby girl unafikiria hata amekupenda hivyo. Yes, amekupenda, but some of them have needs. Some of them have been in situations that are not friendly. And some of them have also been abused. Si kupenda kwao. Things happen, shit happens, life happens. Just be very careful. Mupimane, asile ya kufanya sijui swaba teketeke saa hiyo. No. Kuna ile yenye unapimanga ile insti, unaangalia damu, una relax 3 months later, muna confirm nini. But in the meantime, Rabajonics all the time. Vagaboots.
Maybe my last question, I wanted to book a boda kidogo twende Tanzania.
Okay.
We saw that you expressed your crush for Kajala.
Yeah.
Na kidogo people talks. Watu walisema pale Kajala was Harmonize ex.
Yeah.
Waliongea kuhusu broken.
Okay.
And pia, it was like they had a thing, na pia they don't have a thing.
Yeah, so kila mtu first of all akona ex. Wewe kona ex, utapata mwingine, mimi niko na ex, utapata mwingine, unaweza kuwa na ex, utapata mwingine hivyo. So there's nobody mwenye ana ex. Number one. Number two, your time nikimake move towards Kajala, baada wako rekindle their situation with Harmonize. But unajua Kajala spec yangu. So you guys know my spec, man. I've said it a couple of times, man. I like something that has weight and occupy space. I like them heavy a little bit, you know, 18-wheeler. Yeah. So baada wako rekindle. So when they rekindle their situation, I was like, okay, now I'm a step aside because Harmonize is my boy. Na kama ako pale, kwa nini niende pale na Bina wenda kugongeana? Time nilikuwa na make move ako pamoja. Then the following day naona ameenda sijui birthday ya mtoto, sijui nini, sijui amedance pamoja. Harmonize amemkiss kwa shingo, niko zile god damn guys, nimerudi soko, hii imeenda. Na pia aka smile, niko like she still loves the guy.
Yeah.
So nikasema it's fine. So acha tu ningoje. Bado tu watawachana.
Because Harmonize said that they don't have a thing.
Yeah, that's what he said, but her eyes were different. Hata Harmonize's eyes were different. Mapenzi unajua unaona kwa macho. Mimi niliangalia venye Kajala alikuwa kuna party alikuwa na dance wanafanya hivi. Nikaangalia nikasema huyu Kajala bado yampenda Harmonize. And then pia Harmonize pia aliona vibe zake, akamwekea pesa, nikasema huyu bado anampenda huyu. They might not be together physically, but emotionally those ninjas are connected from here till Timbuktu.
Kwa hivyo hiyo story ya kurudi, does it work? Have you ever gone back to your ex like more than 2 times?
Yeah.
Does it work?
No. I will not recommend it. Mimi nilirudi nikaniramba tena akasema tena because so what happens is this. Why do people go back to their exes? Because they're afraid of the future. Then you start meaning the past. Unakaa chini unaanza kufikiria, you think of all the plans, all the beautiful times you had together. Unataka kiuo yange kwa hapa saizi hapa ni massage mguu nini, then unapata umemtext. Bro, sees it is a scam. Usijaribu. Ukimiss tu hivyo usikiwa na miss, geuza hii akili haraka because ukirudi pale injection ile they never change. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Same old. Martin, did you have something?
Yep. Obi, I've been going through online na watu wanabash sana how you do your interviews, how you host, you know, and lazima kukuwa na negativity huko na positivity. Maybe what would you like to say about that?
People are bashing how I host.
Yes.
I wonder why I'm number 1. Yeah. How I host is what made me number 1 in that platform. Yeah. And also people who will have most people have opinions and people are not experienced in that field. wewe una watch, hujai interview mtu yote, hujai kana msee, hujai simama kwa jua hivi kama warembo. Ameshika microphone vibaya, amefanya. Si ushike yako.
No, ati mnauliza maswali mbaya, kuja uulize.
Wewe uliza yako. It's a very simple thing. By the way, the digital space is very free. Hakuna training hata una need. Obinna anafanya shaki vibaya, fanya yako ufanye vizuri. Learn from my mistakes. Kuna zile za msi amefanya hivi, wacha mimi nitafanya hivi. Mimi sitacheka sana, mimi nitakuwa nalia sana. Mimi nitakuwa nafanya hivi, wewe fanya tu yako. Mimi wacha mimi nifanye yangu venye nafanya, kwa sababu venye nimefanya hiyo for hizo miaka zote ndio imenifikisha hapo. Na maguest wangu wote wanakuja kwenye show. Wakitoka wanafiliwa wananiambia, I've never been in such an interview. Tume-vibe tu, we've had a good conversation. Ama kama unaona kama ni noma, watch hizo zingine zenye wanauliza swali za maana, hizo zenye wacheki, zenye wanalia, iko tu sawa. I actually don't feel offended by that. It's your opinion and everybody is entitled to their opinion. But the fact that is sacred is, currently, on the digital platform, live interviews, I'm number one. Yes, there'll be someone else who will come and take that slot. There's something they'll do better than me. Someone else will take from them, because you can't sit there forever. Power is transient. Right now I'm there, someone else is coming, and before I was there, someone else was there, and like that. We just keep shifting and keep improving. So weanza na yako kuja pita piga kwa mnoma hivyo hivyo tukisonga.
Okay,
This Saturday tuko na events tatu this weekend. So we are starting with masterclass that I'm doing with Gold Child Media Institute. Ingia pale kwa social zangu cheki. Then jioni tunaingia Kamba Festival. Wakati tunapiga Kamba Festival. Tukitoka Kamba Festival on Sunday afternoon tuko pale Red Room, first floor tunafanya Lake Vibes. Prince Inda is performing live. I am emceeing. We have DJ Vic. It's an exclusive affair. We had 4 tickets for 100 G's. Hizo zimeshaenda. 4 tables. So zimebaki ni zingine za Jatelo na Badi 3K na 5K respectively. So get those ones, then we meet. So hizo ndo activities are weekend. So come through, let's have a good time. You live every day, you only die once. So let's live.
Thank you so much.
Asanteni.
Thank you.